Esther 7 verse 1 to 10 through the Bible. Chapter 7, Part 1. Theme: The man who came to dinner but died on the gallows. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, What is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom. Esther 7 verses 1 and 2. Haman went to the banquet with mingled feelings. He is thrilled that the queen has invited him to dinner, but he is still mortified at the honor given to Mordecai. I am of the opinion that at this moment Haman does not quite understand why Mordecai had been honored and he was passed by. Now Esther has, if I may use the expression, screwed up her courage after the second day to tell the king the thing that is in her heart. She could not do it before, but now she is ready, even though she is nervous. Once again the king renews his overture to the queen. He says, Queen Esther, what is your petition? And it shall be granted to you. Once again he offers her up to half the kingdom. This is the third time the king has asked the queen what is on her mind. Then Esther the queen answered and said, If I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Esther 7 verses 3 and 4. When Esther spoke, it was a frightful thing that she revealed. Both the king and Haman were startled because neither of them knew her nationality. Her request was that her life and the lives of her people be spared. When Mordecai had entered her in the beauty contest and also when she had become queen, he had instructed her not to tell her nationality, not to reveal to anyone that she was a Jewess. So she had kept this fact to herself all of this time. Haman, as you remember, had gotten an edict from the king that all the Jews in the kingdom were to be destroyed. He did not know that the queen was a Jewess. She now identifies herself with her people. So far removed that she did not even want to be known as a Jewess, she now takes her place with her condemned people. For her to do this in that day was also to identify herself with her religion and with her God, because they both go together. She said to the king, Although the king would have suffered a great loss, I would have kept quiet if we were just going to be sold into slavery. But that isn't the problem. We are to be slain on a certain day. She wanted him to know that the Jews had been betrayed and were to be destroyed as a people. The king was absolutely amazed. Who would dare attempt to destroy the queen? And who would dare attempt to destroy her people? What she said was as shocking a statement as the king ever expected to hear. The queen and her people were going to perish. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, Who is he, and where is he, that durst presume in his heart to do so? Esther 7 verse 5. The king is startled. He doesn't dream that there is any such thing taking place in his kingdom. He apparently does not recognize even yet who the people are to be slain. Frankly, this man had little regard for life. If you read the secular campaign of Xerxes which he made into Europe against Greece, you will find that he threw men about as if they all were expendable. He lost thousands and thousands of men in that campaign, and it did not disturb him one bit. Human life was very cheap in that day. The thing that now disturbs him is that they are the people of Esther. His queen is in mortal danger. So the king asks, Who is he? Where is he? Who would presume to do such a thing? I still don't think it has yet dawned on Haman what is really taking place. He did not know that the decree to slay the nation Israel would affect the queen. He did not know she was Jewish. There he was at the banquet table, reclining on a couch, the prime minister, with the full confidence of the king. Ahasuerus has asked who hatched this plot, and Esther now reveals her bravery. She is putting her life on the line by answering the king's question. And Esther said, "The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman." Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. Esther 7 verse 6. Haman has no answer for that. He is dumbfounded to learn that Esther is Jewish. God is moving behind the scenes. God is watching over his own. No weapon formed against Israel will prosper. God is going to bless those who bless the Jews and curse those who curse the Jews. The providence of God is going to keep the children of Israel. The king is so startled at the sudden turn of events that he leaves the banquet table and goes into the garden. After all, he is implicated to a certain extent. And so he leaves to think this matter over.